Hello, everybody. How's it going? Good afternoon, everybody. It's that time again. Going to work. Yep. How's everybody doing? Well, fine. Right. Alrighty. Let's see who's in here. Vino, what's up? Sparkling. Welcome. Yeah, going to work. Be on here for about 45 to 50 minutes while I drive to work. Be reading the chat afterwards. Welcome, everybody. Yep. It's 100 degrees outside today. 100 degrees. Alrighty. Let me get the camera flipped over here. Yeah, so make sure you check out all those amazing channels. My family and friends list, regular list, and community tab. Go check out all those amazing channels. On my family and friends list, I got Iron Dog, got Kurt Wood, we got My Animal House. We have who else we got out there? We got My Animal House. We have Derek's Reptiles. We have Big D's Pythons. We have who else we have on there? We have We got Big D's Pythons. We have James Gype Gype. We have TNT Balls. We have KY Constrictors. We also have Spider Mom. We have also Mark the Spider Guy. We have Sherry Metcat on there. We have Keys Constrictors. And if anybody I forgot, just check on the list. They'll be on there. Go check out my community tab. We have like Phil. He's from the UK. He lives and works inside of a zoo. Got a lot of great videos. Go check him out. Let's see. We have Scott's Inverts. We have Zelda. He does Hot Wheel racing. He's from Indonesia. We have Tony Diecast. He also collects Hot Wheels. We have also let's see who else is on there. We have people from the Philippines. We got MDT. We have Zaya. We have Mondale. We also have John Paul. He's from Canada. He's going to be building a model here real soon at Camaro. He also does live streams. We got Nitro Freak. He does RCs. He also does live streams. What else we got? We have we also have Venus Martinez. She's from Canada, speaks English and Spanish. Go check her out. Let's see who else is on that list. Fantastic Coins and Cards Guru. Go check him out. Go check out Stock Explorer. That's Nora. Go check out Chef Sketty also. A lot of amazing channels. Okay, this is a part of the internet. This is where the internet kind of goes in and out, guys. So we'll see how we do here. Gotta tap the reconnect button. Yeah, I don't know what it is, this area here. Maybe too many electrical poles, who knows? You know, maybe it's where the towers, because I know they have a couple of towers here. Maybe it's like in between the two towers, too far away from them. So, you know, you kind of lose internet connection. Well, today's Monday here in sunny California. 97 degrees now while we're moving. It was 100 earlier, it said. 131 in the afternoon. So we're going to work. Be reading the chat when I get to work. Don't forget to share out the live, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like and hit the notifications. I know they're not working. I don't know what's going on with notifications. They work when they want to. Sometimes I get notifications from channels that I don't even have the bell on, but I am subscribed to them. But it's you know, the ones that I want to watch every you know, that are constantly live and I don't want to miss their lives. Sometimes they'll like, oh, one time I got it was like 5 hours later it said, oh, they're live. I'm like, no, No, they're not live anymore. You're a little late. You know, going to the slow lane here. Yeah, I guess it was Thanksgiving over there in Canada. Our Thanksgiving is next month, the month of November. Yeah, this weekend I worked overtime, Saturday and Sunday, 12-hour shifts. I guess I'm going to be doing it for a while. We're kind of shorthanded. We're down one guy, so we got to cover the hours. But yeah. So remember, when you're driving, always drive safe. Don't be playing with your phone. Don't be texting. Don't be reading the chat while you're driving. I don't know how people do that. I've seen people do that. They're on their live and they're reading the chat. It's like, I don't know, man. All it takes is 1 second to not see some idiot, gonna run into you from the side, or because you always have to worry about the other people more than the way you're driving. You could be driving safely and here comes some idiot that's not paying attention. Like a couple days ago, I'm driving here and up ahead it kind of curves a little bit. And this car, I'm like, dang, it got real close on my. I was in the slow lane and he was in the fast lane, and he like really got real close to my car. And I usually ride kind of more to the right when I'm on that lane. For the same reason, because people don't pay attention when they're driving. They're like playing with their phone, putting on makeup. Man, I remember when I used to live up in San Jose area, and I used to drive to work in the mornings, and I would see girls literally putting on their makeup while they're driving, in traffic. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? They're looking in their little mirror, the mirror from the what do you call it, the sunshade. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're gonna crash. I would, like, if they were behind me and I see them doing that, I would just change lanes. I don't want to get rear-ended because she's not paying attention. Stop and go traffic. It's like, why? And it's like a ritual, I guess, to them. They're why don't you get up a little bit earlier? Go to bed earlier. Go. Get up earlier. Do your makeup at home, and drive to work. No, well, why don't you just ride the bus? I ride the bus. You can put it. And at one time I even joked that, what, I'm going to invent a little caddy that goes on your steering wheel, with a mirror on it, so you can have your makeup in there and and do your makeup. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Now with new cars, you got an airbag there. They're gonna crash. That kid's gonna slam their face. It's gonna be a big mess. You know what they need? I don't know if you have ever watched the cartoon called the Jetsons. Where they had these, they had these fake masks, like when they would answer the phone, because you'd see them, yeah, they get a phone call real early in the morning and they don't have their makeup on, so they put on like this fake mask on so they can answer the phone, because they had those, like, technology nowadays, where you can see a person when you're talking to them. And I used to remember that, and and then she had a it was all technology back then, because it was the future, the Jetsons. You know, it's you probably heard that song. It's George Jetson, and then his dog, and I guess the dog's name was Astro, I think. But the mom would wake up in the morning and then she'd push a button and like, look at this guy. It's like, where are you going? But look at the plates, Arizona plates. I don't know what's the deal with people from Arizona. They just don't drive. I mean, I lived 1 year in Arizona, and it is true. I don't know what they are. They're very. They drive. Look at. He's in my lane, and he slows down. It's like, why didn't you just speed up? Instead of slowing down. So yeah. So the George Jetsons, and then she pushes a button, and she puts like a mask to cover her face, but then the only thing that's not covered is her eyes and her lips. So it got kind of like sprays on her makeup, like, and she's done like that, like in a couple of seconds. Her makeup is on. Technology. You know, people do the same thing before, but it was tattoos. They would tattoo their eyebrows so they don't have to worry about their eyebrows. My wife did it. She went one time and had her eyebrows tattooed, and then she was gonna get, because there's different angles of your eyebrow. You can get a like a higher eyebrow, and she showed me. My wife showed me the eyebrow she was gonna get, and I told her, I go, babe, are you sure you want that? I go, that makes you look like you're angry all the time. You want to look angry all the time? People don't think about it. That's it kind of like it really pops. You know. Oh, school bus here. And the school bus wants to change lanes, but he's gonna have to wait. Yeah, I got a slow truck here. What's it have? What does it have? I don't know. I think it said cabbage, I think. Cabbage or cauliflower, I don't know. Kind of passed too quick on it. So yeah, my wife, she got the eyebrows done, and it's that same car that I passed. Now let's see, is he gonna speed up, or is he gonna be slow like before? Yeah, so then I told her, no, get some nice looking ones, and yeah, she ended up getting some nice looking eyebrows, and so they were a certain shape, made her look good, and sometimes people, husbands, they should tell their wife, the truth, you know, you know, their makeup, they put on their makeup and it doesn't look good, you know, but they think it does, and it's like, babe, I think you should use this kind, like those skin, like kind of like a bronzer. I think, it's like what do they call it? What is it? It's your skin tone. You put it on your cheeks and your forehead, and everywhere, to make your skin, cover. It's a cover up. Yeah, cover up. So you cover up any imperfections, pretty much. But my wife, she used to use a really, because my wife, she's like light skin, but she's not like, she has like a little bit of a tan. But then she was using something like, it was like making her like almost like a white, really, really, really too white for her face. I always thought. And and I'm like, oh man, I go, babe, maybe you should try this other one. But for years she used to, because my wife, she was kind of like a homegirl. Homegirls would paint their face like that, like they used to even have those songs, sad, like sad like a clown, kind of. sad girl, their names, the homegirl names. Uh, so I would tell her, babe, maybe try this other one, and then she started using a different one that was a little bit dark, a little bit, more toward the color of her skin, because you want it to still look natural, you know. I mean, it's like if you paint your face like a clown, with a white makeup, it's too white. I mean, come on. And husbands, you're letting your wives go out that way. You know, same thing with dresses. I know some people like short dresses, but then they don't know. It's like my wife. She used to like wearing the short skirts and stuff like that. But like she said, you have to know you have to know how to walk in them, and you also have to know how to, like, if you drop something. If you drop something, you gotta know how to bend down. You gotta bend your knees, not bend over, and show everything. You know, and then also when you sit down on a chair, you need to sit down a certain way. But people, they don't, and there is some girls, that we're not, they shouldn't be wearing certain clothes. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry, but it doesn't make you look good. Make you wear something that makes you look nicer. I mean, even if you're a heavier girl, you still can look nice. Don't try to wear what skinny girls. Too skinny is too skinny sometimes too. Being, I mean, you have to. Everything has to be. If you feel good in your body, then that's great. As long as you're healthy, and everything. But don't wear clothes that make you look bad. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe they don't have a boyfriend or somebody that tells them. It's like, honey, I don't think you should wear that, and be truthful about it. You might hurt their feelings, but you don't want your wife going out there, and then there's a lot of mean people out there. They're gonna be, especially nowadays with people with cameras and videotaping people. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna videotape you. They're gonna be making fun of you. They're gonna put a short in YouTube about you. They don't care if they hurt your feelings. They think it's funny. Like the guys that make the videos. With their wives or girlfriends. And they're kind of chubby, and then they put that noise. Of a squealing pig because they're pinching them. It's like, come on, guys. It's not funny. I mean, how would you like somebody doing the same thing to you if you're kind of chubby? Think about it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, at least when I walk out of the house, I kind of look at the mirror. Okay, did I shave? Because sometimes I even mess up too. Shaving. We're shaving and we get in a hurry, and then all of a sudden we got hair sticking out. That we forgot, that we missed a spot. Even because I trim my own hair. I don't have very much hair anyway, so I have one of those hair trimmers, and I just trim my hair, short, and sometimes my son, he goes, "Hey, Dad, you missed a spot." I'm like, "Oh man." I try to get every spot, but it's kind of hard. If you can't see behind your head. You can use a mirror, but that's too much work. But yeah, I mean, at least look in the mirror. Hey, and sometimes you get it like, or like you get in the go to you're wearing a dress, you know, and and then you tuck in you put you pull up your underwear, and then you pull up your pants or your skirt, and then all of a sudden something, your shirt sticking out or something, but nobody says anything. Or guys, we forget to zip up our zipper, you know, and we're walking around with an open zipper, but nobody tells us because they're gonna say, oh, what do why were you even looking there? But I mean, if you're walking far away, you're walking straight ahead, and they're coming at you, and and especially if they're wearing some pants that are like don't fit them, and then the thing like spread open, and you're kind of like, hey, you forgot to close the drawbridge, you know, and then it's like, oh, I'm not gonna tell them that, or gonna tell the girl, hey, by the way, your skirt is tucked into your underwear, and you're showing off your butt, but people don't do that. There's even been like shows, shows that make fun of that, like Candid Camera. Back in the day, there was a show called Candid Camera, and they would do a lot of tricks, I remember this one time they put a sign on there, and it said "Step on," because it was a checkered floor, and they just put on there, "Step on white checkers," on white ones only, and you have people walking, stepping on the white ones only, and then there was another one. There's a I don't know if you ever seen like Andy Griffith show. It was about a little town, a sheriff and his boy Opie, which when he grew up, he became real famous. You might know him from Happy Days, Richie Cunningham from Happy Days, and then from Richie Cunningham, he came out in a lot of movies, and now he's a director. He directed a lot of movies, and so he's very, very popular guy. Well, so then one of the guys that was the deputy from the show, his real name is Don Knotts. And he always had these shaky hands and stuff like that. And they got him for one of the skits, and he's working at a jewelry, like at a jewelry store, and and he's all like, oh, okay. And then this lady goes in there, and because his hands, he shows his hands, and they're all shaking all over the place, he's like doing something to a watch or whatever. Then he this girl, because everybody wants their ears pierced, so they go to a jewelry store back in the day, unless their family members did it for them with a needle and thread. You would go to one of these stores, and they had like a gun. There was this gun, and you would load the gun with a earring, and it would just make the hole and everything, and put you would everything in one step. Well, she's all like, yeah, I need some earring. I need some holes, made, some earrings. And he's okay, and his hands are all shaking like crazy. And then he's trying to see if she's like, says no, but this lady, she's all like, and all these other people are like looking and like, oh my God, Is he even going to get it on the right spot? But he was, he was doing it. He was overacting. But then they would come out and they go, oh, smile. You're on candid camera. And they did another skit that you're in a bank. You're at a lot. Some banks, they have one line, but this bank had like multiple lines. So all these guys that are in the bank and the tellers, they're all involved in the skit. They got a hidden camera and stuff. So a person walks in, he wants to make a deposit or a withdrawal. There's people. He goes into one line and it's like taking forever, because he thought that line was going to be it was going to be quick, but then there's a person in the head of that line that pulls out a bunch of change, and starts counting pennies, 1, 2, 3, and then also when the other line started getting shorter and shorter, he changes lines. He goes into the other line, but there's only one person ahead of him. And then of course, this person, it's the same thing. They do the same thing. The other line goes, starts going faster and faster, and then he's all like, oh my God, So then he does it again. He changes. They keep doing this to the guy, and then later on they're like, oh, because he pretty much got frustrated. Finally, it was his turn. But then they go, hey, smile. You're on candid camera. They're like, oh, wasted this poor guy's lunch. That was it. His lunch completely wasted at a bank. I mean, it's happened to me before in a grocery store. I go to a grocery store and then I see one line, and then it's worse at the beginning of the month. Because at the beginning of the month, now it's a little bit faster. Before, people with food stamps and then WIC. There's a program called WIC for mothers with babies, and they give them these vouchers to buy cereal, milk, peanut butter, bread, stuff for the baby, and it's called WIC. I think it's called women's something. I forget what it is called. WIC. And then welfare. They have their food stamps. Farmers here. Basically, the farmers here, they're the ones that are donating money to the program and to feed families that can't afford, food. Can't buy liquor, can't buy tobacco. I believe now you can buy candies. At first you couldn't, but I think you can buy candy and also soda. I think the only thing you can't buy is tobacco, alcohol, and tobacco. And now they put it on a credit card, like a debit card. So now it's much quicker, because before, they had these little booklets with all these like like paper money almost. And it took forever. They got to cut it out, yank it out, and this and that. And then WIC, they got to separate. They got to separate the stuff, and then they got to ring it through, and then they got to write down on the voucher, the amount of what the food was and stuff. For a gallon, also for milk. Also, I think it was up to like 3 gallons of milk. It's a good program. It helps a lot of families in need. And especially for single mothers that they're working a full-time job, but still can't make enough money to buy, take care of their kids, because they have to pay for a babysitter, and stuff like that, So I basically on those days, if you're behind somebody that has that, you're gonna take a long time. And then I always look at the basket, see how much stuff they have in it. I mean, if it's loaded to the rim, it's gonna take forever, So I try to hit if they have an express line or a self-service line, I'll go through those, you know. But, you know, and then some people are kind of courteous, like if you only have one item, oh, hey, go ahead of me. Oh, thank you, but then, kind of like, I remember a movie called, it was with Jim Carrey. He was a police officer, and then he goes crazy. He all of a sudden he snaps because he was always letting people push him around. His wife, his wife fooled around on him. She had sex with some little guy. Short little people. It was an African American, and then she had 3 kids. And then she told them they were his. And he raised them from babies. But I mean, come on, they were African American. And she's white, and it's a funny movie. But so then he's like, holding all this in. His neighbor dog would always come over into his yard and take a crap on his newspaper and stuff like that, And so he snaps one day. He just snaps, because even a little girl, she's like jumping rope in the middle of the street, and then tells her to get out of the street. You're gonna get ran over. And he's all like, yeah. The little girl calls him, tells him the f word and go to hell, and so he like snaps. He's inside the store, and he's trying to be nice. Some lady is all like, she's holding some one product, in her hand, and he's all like, oh, go ahead of me, so she goes ahead of him, and so then she goes ahead of them, but then right before she goes ahead, she goes, hey, kids, come over here. And then she has this basket full, like all the way, It's like, oh, so he didn't know that they had a big giant basket full of stuff, So then, she has this, this product, it's a feminine product, and then the guy, the cashier, it doesn't scan on the machine. So it's all like, oh, I need to get a price check for this. And then he was all pissed, because of everything that's gone on, and he like snaps. So he's all like, give me that, I'll take care of this. So he grabs the microphone, and he's in his police uniform, and he's all like, need a price check on this item here? Yes, it's a veggie clean, vaginal cleaner, and saying, these, and reading what it's for and stuff, and trying to, and it embarrasses her, like, it's like, okay, and so then he goes outside, and then the little girl, the girl, she's still outside jump roping, so he grabs her, sticks her in a fountain, sticks her head in the water in the fountain, and then pulls her out. Are you gonna listen next time? She's all yes. Oh my god! And then he used to go into a barber shop because there was a guy always parking in the red, and he would go in and then he goes, hey, you need to move your vehicle. It's parked in the red, and then he's all like, he would always tell him off, and yeah, whatever. And he's all like, here, you move it. Oh, okay. So he grabs the keys, and you hear him like burning rubber, and then he crashes the car, and he goes, there, I parked it for you. And he goes, next time you better listen. But yeah, it's a pretty crazy. It's I think it's called Me, Myself, and Irene. Yeah, Me, Myself, and Irene is the name of the movie. It's pretty funny. Go check it out. But yeah, he kind of snaps. He starts having like a double personality. And Jim Carrey. He's gonna do all these voices and imitation. Imitating people. So that's always great. But yeah, so how's everybody doing? Everybody, welcome, welcome. Hopefully everybody's great this Monday. I know in the Philippines it's already Tuesday. Tuesday over there in the Philippines. And in Indonesia, I believe also. Australia is already Tuesday. The UK, I think they're like 8 hours ahead of us. Pretty soon, the time's going to change. So that means it's going to be not 8 hours, but 9 hours. Yeah, the first week of November, first Sunday, time changes. We change our clocks back. They spring back an hour. Then in March, they spring forward and back to an hour. Yep. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to be breaking the 100 mark anymore. Probably you'll feel like it's 100 degrees, but it's like 90s from now on, I think, till a Halloween when it really changes and gets real cold. Yeah, we got some blue skies. There's some clouds all the way around, like where the mountains are. You can see the nice clouds up there. They're not dark, like rain clouds, but they're pretty nice, as you can see. Yeah, you can see all the clouds there. Well, at least I didn't have to. Not that much traffic here today. Well, hopefully the railroad train doesn't block. Usually I get lucky. Yeah, my relief last night. I had to work a 12-hour shift last night. My relief was 15 minutes late because he had to go around. Then he ended up getting lost. There's only like two ways to go around, you know. Looks like one of those turkey buzzards flying around over there, looking for a meal, looking for a field mouse or a dead animal. Whatever's easier as it is, you know. Yep. Yeah, it's getting colder now. So the AC is like freezing inside the car now. Yeah, I got this week. Next this Wednesday, Thursday, I'm gonna have to wash my jacket. Yeah, because it's gonna be starting to get cold at nighttime. It'll be in the 60s, colder. It does get cold here. People think desert hot only. No, it gets cold. It's gotten like below 28 degrees. which is pretty cold for here. And then with wind, you feel it more. But yeah, gonna be working a lot of overtime all this month and some part of next month too. Well, it's good because it'll be the last, next year after August. I'm gonna be cutting down on the hours, start collecting Social Security, working less gas, less miles on the car. I mean, my 99 Ford Mustang has about 130,000 miles on it, you know, and this one here, let's see, has 125 already. It's gonna be 126. It's gonna turn 126 pretty soon. Another mile, 126 miles. And it's a 2017. So it's like having to come to work, all the way out here, 45-minute drive, 50-minute drive, you know, 4 times a week. So now it's only going to be 2 times a week. You know, it'll be half of the gas that I'm, instead of $80 of gas or $100 of gas, it could be $50 of gas or $40 of gas. Instead of 400 a month, it'll be 200 a month. Save on gas, save on tire wear, oil, everything, oil changes, everything's going to be much better. But, that's the way it is. Let's see. Let's see who was in here. It was Vino, Sparkling, Fluffy from Down Under. Welcome, welcome. George. Hey, what's up, Jorge? Dream. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. The backpack adventures. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, sometimes some people don't have to wear makeup. Sometimes girls, I don't know, they look beautiful without makeup, but then they might need like maybe lip gloss, but other than that, I mean, hey, professional, what's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the tattoos, that's the most popular one. I seen some, they do their eyeliner also, man. That's painful. I know my wife's aunt did that. Did the eyeliner also. That's crazy. And I seen some people get their eyeballs, ink into the eyeball. That's crazy, man. It's like, yeah, you're gonna blind yourself. Yeah, you got to color match, Yeah, thank you, everybody that came in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless everybody that came in here and spent some time with me Till next time, God bless you, and call your mama as Keys constrictors say. Call your mama. Tell her you love her because you don't know how long you're gonna have her, and make sure you hug somebody, as Catfish Terry says. Hug your loved ones. You don't know how long they're gonna be around. Bye bye, everybody. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye bye.